See these two hideous twins. They've been talking a lot, especially both of their fan bases. They've been talking a lot since they got into this Europa League final, and a lot of them has been saying that they'll have a better season than Arsenal. That even one stupid guy, I can't even remember his name, they went up to Sky Sports. They were asking him questions. He said, "Oh, that's more. Will Spurs will had a better season than Arsenal if they win the Europa League?" He started laughing and said, "Yeah, they probably will." He doesn't even believe that in his heart of hearts. How can you have 20 losses in the league? You're below West Ham in the league currently. They're below West, like Tottenham and United are below West Ham currently, both of them. West Ham that fight relegation year in, year out. They're both below them. Like West Ham is on like 40, 41 points. United is on like 39 and Tottenham is on like 38. How in the world is them winning a Europa League, something a competition that Liverpool Football Club is not in? Because you know why? You got Champions League football. You know, a competition that Arsenal Football Club wasn't in. You know why? Because we got Champions League football. It's a competition that we couldn't play in, and they're lucky that no Champions League teams dropped down from the group phases into there, because both of them wouldn't be here right now. We'd be just laughing at them for simply being 16th and 17th, respectfully. Not even respectfully, disrespectfully, because they're both fucking shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe Sky Sports and these big companies started letting Twitter talk fester into mainstream punditry and sports commentary, and it's the most, it's the most trivial thing I've ever seen in my life, because it's like they're not even trying to be original. They're just trying to be like one of them ones that, you know, the adults that tries to be cool with the kids. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not AF Mex on Twitter, or LFC, Lori, or whatever these people call themselves. Like, you don't have Twitter. You're a big corporation. Why are you trying to push narratives that a team coming 17th, possibly winning a trophy, has had a better season than a team that's in second? I wouldn't even say we were in a title race, to be honest, but potentially, if things went another way, could have been Premier League champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get how that's even a conversation. Like, what happens now if, say, United win the Europa League, Tottenham ends up with nothing? What's with their season? It comes from being, oh, you potentially had a better season than Arsenal. What's the conversation going to be then? Do you know what I'm saying? What happens if Tottenham win the league and then United end up with nothing? What's the conversation about United season going to be then? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are we not analyzing this properly? Like, when Arsenal finished 8th, oh my days, they try to liquidate my football club. They actually tried to revoke our professional license. They said it was the worst finish from my top big 6 club in so many years. But the biggest club in the country is 16th. 16th in May, in match day 36. Man, and Paul Scholes, I'm not even really hard on that guy, but I actually read him for what he says, that he said he'd rather swap Arsenal seasons than for United. What is that? Rio Ferdinand celebrating Champions Europa League finals and all that kind of stuff, when he put out a tweet like 10, 15 years ago saying that if they ever drop from the Champions League to Europa League, that he'd be embarrassed. Now all of a sudden he's twerking, and even him too. He's trying to champion the whole talk about, oh yeah, they potentially would have had a better season than Arsenal if they win a trophy. What is that about, boys? Genuinely, what the hell is that about? Why is this even a conversation?
Because everybody wants to be Arsenal, bro.
What they done?
Everyone wants to. It's the truth, because this is Tottenham, Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool. You guys are all the ugly gal. This is how you be talking about the pen gal. Do you get me? Because because to me, yeah, how can you open your mouth and say, oh, we had a better season than the team that's currently second in the league, got the Champions League semi-final, but us that's in 17th to 16th place, who are in a final where one of us is definitely gonna lose, have had a better season, bro. Do you know the season is not just the competition you did well in? It's everything combined. And when we look at your record, we will see more losses than wins.
United currently have a minus 11 goal difference.
Like, and this is the season where both clubs have said they want to sack the manager. One actually already sacked the manager and got a new manager in that they want to sack. And you're telling me you had a better season because you may possibly win the Europa League. When Villarreal won the Europa League like 2 years in a row, did any of them open their mouths to come and say we had a better season than Real Madrid or Barcelona? When both clubs then won out, did anybody open their mouth to come and say something?
Can I play devil's advocate on this? This is the thing though. Real Madrid and Barcelona never go back-to-back seasons without winning anything. The problem is you guys have not picked up anything. That's the point.
But that shouldn't even matter. Because like H just said, if you look on the yes, the history books will remember that they won a trophy, but the history books will also remember that they had 20 losses in one league campaign. They could never rewrite the history book that they finished 16th. They can never rewrite that.
No one's gonna remember that.
They will remember that because
they will remember it.
Okay, but when,
because that's their worst finish for both of them in the United history. Finishing 16th in the Premier League era is their worst ever finish. The worst finish was last season when they finished 8th. This now is going to be the worst ever season.
I agree. It's actually absolutely cataclysmic. 16 and 17 is crazy. For even when we were shit, we never finished past 8. I think you and Everton are the only ones that never got relegated, and you never
finished past 8 either.
Never finished past 8. Yeah, fair enough. But you have to play devil's advocate because I'm trying to see both sides. If you were to say like, okay, this in the past, I don't know, since you were Invincibles, this is your best team that you've had since the Invincibles. This is your best period. And a United fans' argument would be, in that period where you guys became good again, you put your trophies on the table, we put our trophies on the table. And the history books for big teams remember the trophies. When we won that Champions League in 2005, we were a crap team. Nobody remembers how good or crap we were. All they remember is that we won that trophy. And especially for Arsenal, who have never won a European trophy. So it's like people are saying,
we have won a European trophy.
Okay, you've never won a European trophy that still exists. So people are saying, how can you scoff at the Europa League when you haven't even won any of these European competitions that are around right now?
Yeah, the Europa League that they're playing in now is not the same Europa League that we played in. It's not the same Europa League that you even played in last season. Do you know what I'm saying? So I get the whole devil's advocate and all that kind of stuff, but I think that's absolutely ridiculous because there's no way a team in 17 can chat to me. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, not the year after. They can fair enough, you won your trophy, but you can never talk to me. Because either them get into the Champions League, they're gonna get bounced straight out again.
Yeah, exactly. That was my next point.
That's what's gonna happen. So what? Yeah, the history book is gonna remember that they won a trophy, but at the same time, the history book is gonna remember that this is the smelliest season that anybody's had. Even when you won that Champions League part, yeah, where did you finish that season? I bet you wasn't 17th.
Yeah, it was 5th. We finished 5th.
Do you know what I'm saying? If say no, if one of them finished 5th and won a Champions League, I can say yes, they had a better season than us, that we finished 2nd. Because what? You got top 5, top 4. You're in the Champions League next season, and you even won a big European trophy. Even if one of them were even 5th and won a Europa League, I'll kind of say, you know what, your season is kind of looking a little bit better than ours because you know what, you got in the top 5. You're in the Champions League next season. You even won a European trophy on top of that as well. But you finished 17th. You have double-digit losses. Like both of them combined, then you have 40 losses in one season.
I agree with you. There's no way United or Spurs had a better season than Arsenal. There is no way. But it's just like to banter Arsenal fans. Like, okay, we're shit, yeah, but we win trophies. You're good and you don't win trophies.
But you know what I say to that though, yeah, is how can we? Because if you're talking about like, oh, Arsenal didn't win a trophy, what? Okay, what competitions are we competing in? What is the level of standard? Because we're chasing Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. You people are trying to tell me about Europa League, which I can't even get into. I'm in VIP in Libertine.
I'm in Paris at the Eiffel Tower. You're Bodo Glimt.
You man are in Box Park. I'm in Libertine VIP with the ballers and them.
But you are also in the FA Cup and the League Cup, and
United. That's competitions that United and Tottenham are not in.
Yeah, but United have been doing well in those competitions in recent years. 2 FA Cup finals in recent years, they won one, and a League Cup final, and they won that one. And now they're adding another trophy. So it's just like, okay, why are you coming for the team? Your fans have had nothing to celebrate for 5 years.
Yeah,
United are going to celebrate again. They're
the reason
celebrating.
why,
But the thing is, remember that period. Remember that period between like what was it after Jose left, and they weren't really winning anything, but we were still popping up with the odd FA Cup here. I think we even done back to back or something like that, and we were still popping up with trophies. Would you have said that we had a better season than United at any point
But
during?
let's be honest, that is not what happened. When Jose left, he won one FA Cup, and that was it. Jose left in 2018.
Was it 2018?
He left in 2018, and before he left, he won the Europa League, he won the League Cup, he won the FA Cup. It's a better period than Arsenal had, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it again. Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. That's what they've won in this period. So it's like, bro, they're winning trophies, and we can't lie.
well, that's
Tuesday
what.
got
But this,
2018. Oh, I'm getting my time. I'm getting my
but this,
timeline mixed with yours.
but this is what I mean. Yeah, is you're saying, oh, like you like winning. Oh, they were winning this trophy, this trophy, this trophy. It's a case of we won on one. How many FA Cups did we win within that time span? I tell you, even won an FA Cup when he came in and took over Arsenal. United they won a Europa, bro. For what it is, yeah. Thank God they even won a Europa with the team that they had, bro. They had Pogba, they had Zlatan, they had
They didn't win in Europa. They lost the final.
No, they won the Europa with Jose.
No, they won. That team won the Europa.
Are you talking about the Jose time or the time after?
The Jose time.
Jose time. Yeah, I know they lost the final with Oli.
So my thing is, you can't banter a club who they're not even in the same they're not even chasing. You guys are not even chasing the same thing. And the cups that you guys are even chasing, that's only by default because you guys are in it domestically. I lie?
Okay, well, you're in those cups as well. Win them then.
Okay, but that's the thing. But this is the thing.
You're not winning it either.
But this is the thing. If you're United, that is what you have. That's actually attainable for you. Like that's something that you'll actually put effort towards winning. To Arsenal, what we are chasing, we have to, bro. You have to pick a focus. Premier League, Champions League, that's what you're chasing. I'm not going to go and risk my players when I know I have a Champions League game, but because I have to go and play Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup 4th round, I'm not going to go and play and start Odegaard. So most times I'll probably end up dumping out of that competition.
But isn't it embarrassing to end up with nothing? This is the thing.
Ending up
but the thing at the same time is trophies paper over the cracks. Trophies is not unless you actually have a sustainable winning machine. Trophies will just paper over the crap. They won the FA Cup last season. They finished 8th. They're about to win the Europa League this season. They're finishing 17th. So what? What they're going to do next season? Get into the Champions League, win the Champions League, finishing 18th, or not, or getting relegated? Because trophies. Let's even go through the timeline. When Ten Hag came in, they won the League Cup, they finished 3rd. The second season, he won the FA Cup, finished 8th. They could potentially win the Europa League, finishing between 17 and 16. The highest they could possibly finish is no higher than 15th right now. So they're gonna be within that slot. And if the relegation people actually had anything about them, they'll be fighting relegation right now. Do you know what I'm saying? And if another thing, if they were able to drop down from the Champions League into Europa League, they wouldn't even be in the competition right now. Right now, we'll just be talking about how smelly the season they've had. Do you know what I'm saying? So like trophies for them has been papering over the cracks. Yeah, they can celebrate and all that kind of stuff, but the team is getting worse and worse. They've had 2 managers this season. The manager that is even currently in right now, there's already discussions about possibly sacking this guy if he doesn't win this Europa League, because this guy has won 6 games in the Premier League since he's been hired, and he's been in the job since November. Like their thing is not sustainable, and even with Tottenham as well. Even you haven't even talked about Tottenham too tough. Tottenham finished 3rd last season, or was it 3rd or 4th? Where did they finish?
Yeah, 5th.
5th even. Do you know what I'm saying? They could have potentially got in Champions League, but the Storm wanted to go and miss and be doing buddy with Pep. That's nice for that. That's very good. I'm even happy for you. You're currently 17. That's good for you. Now, them two, they're in the fourth European final since that Champions League final against you guys, yeah, which they lost. Even for Tottenham, even if they win this year, it would actually be no skin off my nose because I actually wouldn't care. They can come and laugh at me and say, "Oh yeah, we have a European treatment." That's very good. Get into the Champions League next season, see what players you can attract. Because one thing as well about professional players is they see all this. You've just watched a team finish 16th and 17th, but some way somehow they scammed the trophy. Are you going to go there?
Well, but the thing
is, you're not going.
Okay, I'm not going.
Dude, that's like a job, yeah. That the working environment is terrible, but the bonuses are really, really good. Are you gonna put yourself through that?
Might though, depending on what other offers I have. Because if I know,
wait, are you gonna take that over another company that treats you, pays you very well, good PTO,
yeah, of course,
good health system, pension, all the trimmings? Are you going to risk that for a team with good bonus that you might get? That's a variable.
So if I had the option to go to United or Arsenal right now, I'm going to Arsenal because of my own personal pride. I'm not ready to be embarrassed every week. Maybe I might not win any trophy at Arsenal, but I still have my own personal pride.
No, but it's even the thing is that it's not even guaranteed that you're not going to win anything in Arsenal because let's be honest, this Arsenal squad is not finished. There's still a lot. We'll get into the whole transfers and makeup in a different episode because that one will be here from morning to night. We'll do like a 10-hour, 14-hour stream like League One, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. That whole makeup is not even finished. So it's not even guaranteed that you're not gonna win something with Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, put in mind, we've made a Carabao Cup semi-final this year. We made a Champions League semi-final this year. Yes, we were way off in the league, but last season we could have won the league potentially on the last day. This season we made 2 cup finals as well. We were way off in terms of the league, but there you can see something is brewing. You know what I'm saying? As much as we keep talking about it's just a matter of time for the trophies, but it's starting to look like it's just a matter of time because ever so slightly, in terms of different competitions, we're getting closer. It's now one of them ones that we need to prove that we can get over the line, but you can almost smell it in a sense.
You have to understand, people will laugh at you until that trophy comes.
But the thing is, Pato, is it's not like my team is a scrub, but it's still the third most successful club side in English football. Do you know what I'm saying? So yes, we haven't won any trophies recently, but it's not like we haven't won trophies at all. When was the last time Tottenham won a trophy?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Tottenham is not. See, Arsenal, Tottenham is not your problem. Your problem is City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United. That is your bracket of club that you're fighting with. Tottenham is not in your category. So obviously, if Tottenham win this Europa League, for them personally, this is amazing because they haven't seen any trophies in years. For United, you and United can look at each other. Obviously, United's a bigger club, but you can look at them because you have 13 titles. You're not a small club. But from their point of view, they're saying, so football, everybody has the ups and downs. At some point, United will be good again. Arsenal will come back down, and it'll flip again. And it comes and it goes, and it comes and goes, But what United fans are trying to say is, when our time to be shit is now. This is our time of being dead, and we're winning more trophies than you. So what's gonna happen when we become good again? If we're winning trophies now, when we're absolutely dog shit, what's gonna happen when we actually become good? Because it's not gonna.
They're absolutely dog shit now. But when David Moyes came in, they didn't win anything. When Louis Van Gaal came in, he won the FA Cup. They sacked him. The only successful period was under Jose when they actually won 3 trophies in one season. After that, they went through a couple of seasons without really winning anything. You know what I'm saying? This is their most successful period because they're gonna end up 3 years in a row with some sort of trophy to celebrate at the end of it. But it's not really anything to kind of harp on about because if you actually look at if they take a step back and start thinking about trophies for 2 seconds, they can actually wake up and smell the coffee. This for them is dead. How genuinely as a United fan, how is your club sitting 16, but you're yet flapping your gums at other fan bases? Genuinely, how are you not embarrassed?
The flapping the gums are used. They're not flapping.
No. They can't even flap the gums at me because you're 16, bro. You have nearly 19 losses in the league.
But they're looking at you like in the whole like modern era of football. In our time of watching football, you can't take a 5-year period where Arsenal was more successful than United, and you're even good and they're shit. So all the good football all the good players you have is for no reason up till now. it's pointless up till now because your fans are not celebrating.
3 years of us being good. That's about it. We were dead before that, and when we were dead, we were winning FA Cups. We were doing little small bits. They're doing little small bits now as well, but their one is even worse than what we were at because we were never finishing 16, 17 winning a trophy. You can't be flapping your gums. You can't be flapping your gums when you're 16, 17 winning a trophy. Even the manager even the manager has come out and said that them winning Europa League doesn't mean jack shit. It doesn't mean anything.
It means
he said, how can he pardon, you're the manager of Man United Football Club. He's come out and said himself that it doesn't mean anything if they win this Europa League because there's still bigger problems.
But it's a trophy, and they get into Europe, and it's going to help their finances.
It's not going to help the finances in any shape or form because that money that they're going to get from the Europa League is not going to be that substantial. That money they're going to get from the Premier League is not going to be that substantial because they're 17th, bro.
But you're gonna get the money for winning the Europa League, and next season you're gonna get the money for Champions League participation, and then you can attract players because at least for one season, at least minimum, you can play in the Champions League. So it matters.
So what player is going to come to United just to play Champions League for one season?
Bro, we've been saying this for years, man. People are still coming. I don't know what madness they're doing.
No, but nobody's come to United to play Champions League for one season.
Bro, Casemiro came.
He's getting a pay. He's getting a payday.
Well, United, they like
unless they want to sign no players that past the heyday and just there for a paycheck, then yeah, absolutely. Ronaldo came back, but Ronaldo's past his heyday. He said, "Yeah, let me go and revive my career. United, legend. They'll love me again. I'll go and get money." But genuinely, who's looking at United saying, "Yeah, we can go do something here"? They want to rebuild a new stadium as well. They want to reinvest. Like if they want to reinvest in that squad, they're gonna have to spend at least 500 mil minimum. That's after all the money they've even been spending. And even United should be winning more stuff than we should be doing because in the past 6 years, how much money have they spent compared to Arsenal Football Club?
You spent a lot of money as well, though.
Not compared to United. Pato, don't do that.
No,
not even long ago they had Ronaldo on the books. Like let's not do that. Do you know?
Yeah, but there was no chance. What was the transfer fee?
It doesn't matter what they paid in signing on bonus and all the salary. They signed Casemiro for how much, like 50 mil. They put him on 250k. They signed Hoyland for like 70 mil. So I'm saying they signed Xerxes for like how much as well, bro. They've been spending way more bread than we have.
But why? But if their objective was to sign those players to win some sort of trophy, objective achieved.
I'll just say this quickly. Yeah, Man United's objective of signing the players is for them to come back and win the Premier League. For them to come back and get into Champions League football. They never envisioned them winning Europa League was their avenue into Champions League football. They didn't envision that the hundreds of millions they spent was going to put them in. They didn't envision themselves using Europa League as a leapfrog into Champions League. What United wanted to do when they signed Casemiro, when they got Mason Mount, when they went to sign Hoyland, was they saw we are going to challenge for the Premier League straight away because that is who Manchester United are. They'd never envisioned themselves to be in this situation. If you ask any Manchester United player, would you rather be here? So, when I say any, I mean any starting 11 player. Would you rather be in this current position, or would you rather have been Arsenal 2 weeks ago? A majority, if not all of them, say they would have rather been at Arsenal 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Than where they are now. So when United fans are saying, "Oh no, we're gonna have a better season," yes, you are actually probably going to win a trophy, and yes, that will be on your transfer market profile. You've won Europa League, but after that, you go home, you enjoy your preseason, and then you come back to the same shit. Is that so? That's what I mean. Where it's just like, it doesn't make any sense to say Manchester United or Tottenham have had a better season if they win the Europa League, because none of you envisioned you using Europa League as a leapfrog into the Champions League. None of you envisioned yourself being where you're at in the Premier League. So you didn't have a better season because the club whose objective has been to win Premier League or win Champions League, they're currently second. And they got to a Champions League semi-final where they actually did quite well in the second leg and they could have gotten themselves to the final. So objectively, that club has actually not achieved its goal, but have actually gotten close to the goals. You haven't.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's where it encompasses. That's where it is. summed up that no, you actually did not achieve. You didn't come. Manchester United and Tottenham did not come close to what it is they expected to achieve. Arsenal did.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for United, there's nothing they can do anymore that will save the season. You can win the Europa League 8-0. Doesn't pay for the cup. But for Tottenham, I think it matters. Because for Tottenham, if let's say Tottenham win that Europa League final, yeah. At the end of the season, whose fans are going to be happier? Tottenham or Arsenal? Tottenham fans are going to be happier. But the thing is, Tottenham and Arsenal are not in the same stratosphere when it comes to football. You don't do what they do, and they don't do what you do. It's not a competition. So for the Tottenham fans, I don't even think they're saying they're having they're gonna have a better season than you.
They definitely will. Those
Yeah,
people,
but
they have no else to do with their lives.
That's just because of people like expressions and all them type of guys.
And I promise you, even Tottenham fans that are not even online, they'll probably say the same thing as well. These people, they'll rather watch their club burn down. Do you know what I'm saying? If that means that Arsenal Football Club is not successful, I'm telling you, bro, they're just losers, man.
But they're gonna be happy to enjoy a trophy. Take Arsenal.
Yeah,
Listen, how long though?
They can dunk on my head and say, yeah, we have a European title on and stuff. I say, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But nobody's going to Tottenham. And the thing is, even if they get that Europa League trophy, yeah, that means it's another season of Ange Postecoglou or whatever his bleeding last name is. And I'm here for that. I am absolutely here for that. Give him another season. Give him another transfer window. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's gone.
I promise you, yeah. If he wins them a trophy, they're building him a statue. They give him a lifetime contract.
You know who Daniel Levy is? Daniel Levy is.
Bro, are you crazy? You don't know these Tottenham people that haven't won anything since 2008, bro. Since we were in primary school. You think they're not gonna give him a new contract if he wins a trophy?
Bro, he sacked Mourinho before a cup final. He doesn't mind.
That was the League Cup. This is the Europa League, baby. You ain't about to do that. The Europa League that's going to spring for them into getting the Champions League, so they're going to have that Champions League revenue money on top of that. You think Daniel Levy might be Daniel Levy, but Daniel Levy likes numbers and money.
Tottenham financially are the best run club in England.
Yeah,
they're the best run club in England. The guy knows how to make bread, and that's what he's there to do.
But he's not going to take that risk next season. You know, to get Champions League money, to get money out of the Champions League, you need to be in it for longer. But he knows Ange Postecoglou is not making it out of that league phase. 100%. So he's changing the manager, man. But for the Tottenham,
I can tell you for free, he's not going to change that manager.
Bro, regardless, the Tottenham fans are going to be more joyous.
Have you heard at any point this season that Andrew was close to being sacked?
I know he is.
No, but I'm just saying, at any point this season, have you heard Andrew being close to being sacked at all?
I've heard a few things, yeah, on certain social media stuff saying,
but not really noise. Like when Ten Hag was having a bad time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was really heavy. Like you know what I'm saying.
But that's because of the narrative for Ange Postecoglou, and I rate that guy because if he wins this trophy, it's a big fuck you to everyone. When they were laughing at him when he said, did you hear what he said? He goes, not usually. He goes, actually, not usually. Every time in my second season, I win a trophy. Do you know how cold that is? They're gonna play that clip, and then you just see the next clip is him holding that Europa League.
And that's what I'm telling you. He's not gonna get sacked.
He will though. He can't lose.
He won't. He won't. When they've had managers like Jose, they've had managers like Conte, they've had Espirito Santos and all these type of people, and Ange, the Australian guy, is the one that brings you a trophy. Why would they sack him? And I promise you, if he wins a trophy and brings a trophy back to Tottenham fans will forgive what happened this season. They will forgive him. Yeah, they will.
We know, and Tottenham fans know. If they win that Europa League, is by hook and by crook. It's not by quality. It's by the grace of God. We all know that.
Bro, when we were playing Sport in Lisbon in the quarterfinals, these people were playing flipping. Who were they playing in the quarterfinals, man? Flipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same level of opponent. When we were playing Atletico Madrid a couple of years ago in the semi-final, they're playing Bodo Glimt, man.
And even, yeah, bro, they're just lucky, man. Especially like what you were saying with the way people didn't drop down from the Champions League. Did you see the teams that didn't make it out of that Champions League phase?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the teams are crazy, man. Who didn't make it through? It was, let me see. Sporting, Club Brugge, Stuttgart, Shakhtar, Leipzig, Salzburg. They would have smacked them up. So it's just by luck, man. Take your trophy and go. You go as a Tottenham legend. It was that.
Back to Australia, man.
Well, boys, we'll wrap up. We'll wrap it up there, anyways. If you guys have made it this far into the video, please do think about liking, comment, and subscribing. I forgot to say that at the start of the video. But yeah, it's been enjoyable chatting to you guys as always. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. So yeah, please do think about liking, subscribing, and then turning on that bell notification as well. We're really trying to make out the hood. Flipping Big H's mom is currently stuck in Nigeria, so we're trying to raise money to get her back. So if you so yeah, we're trying to get the subscribers up so we can get monetized, so we can get her back. You know what I'm saying? So any little help, you know, that ones. But yeah, guys, love, good night, God bless, take care of yourselves.